today we're gonna be creating basically or learning how to create a toggle button, basically an on-off button. A toggle button or toggle switch basically allows users to turn off or turn on a specific features in your mobile app. And today we're gonna be basically reviewing how to create it, basically a custom. Uh, and this is the example where we're gonna be basically learning to create. This is on and this is off, and you can use basically this toggle button um, to communicate an idea or to turn on a feature in your prototype when you present this to your product owner, manager, or the devs. And how do we create it? So basically this is what I have, but I'm gonna start from scratch. This is the prototype, and these are basically the elements that we need. This is basically just a rectangle, 120 or 130 pixels width and height 66. We can either create that really quick so you can see. And the height was 66. So that's basically what this item is, and then I just apply like 100 on the corner, so we have rounded corners. This is our basically background of the bottom, and this is just a circle, which is a 55 height and 55 width. And then we have this other color. It's just black right now. All we're trying to do is basically create our basic shapes, and then we have of course our word. How do you create it? You basically just go here on top into this menu, your top left, and then just add a text and just basically create your label, and you can either change the color. So basically once we have these essential items, we can select, put it in the very corner, so it's touching our so this bottom, this toggle, so just make sure you put it in the corner, and then select shift and then arrow left, and that way we have a that way we will create basically a space for our bottom. Then you select all the items, the background, your bottom, basically all the items, and select shift and option if you're on a Mac, and then just drag it, and that will duplicate your bottom. Then again we move our item all the way to the corner. This label is going to be basically our off label. And then center. Once we have this label and we move it all the way to the corner, shift and arrow right, and then now this space and this space are the same. Now we have our off and on basically bottoms. We can either, as you can see, there is like an inner shadow for our inner bottoms. You can either select them and then select effects, and that's outside. Then we just change it to in. As the other thing that you might notice is as well, there's a color for on. be a customized color. So there you go. That's our there is our on and off buttons. Now we select letter A on your keyboard and just select any font sizes from this right menu. Just select the first one. Now that we have this button, we can group these um, items by selecting Command G, and then that groups them. And we do that so we can center pretty much everything without changing our design, our bottom design. Now that we have our off bottom with our frame, we can just grab it, just select the entire frame, and then shift and an option, and that will mold and drag it, and then that will create a basically a bottom. If you want to do it. If not, you can just again command group, command G, and that will group this item. Now that we have our label all selected, we can again select A and select our create our frame. Basically, once we have our frame, we can just drag this item in the center, and you can center it with these selections on your right, left. Now here's the part that is actually allows you to create this animation. We're gonna go into we're gonna select this item, this frame, and then just drag our connection to this other frame, and then on this menu we're gonna select on drag, and it has to be a smart anime. Your might be selected something else, but just go back and change it to a smart anime. These are your settings. Now we have to do this again, connected to this frame, the on frame, to our off screen, and it is on tab. We can select on drag settings, and that's perfectly fine. And now we can just play and test it. This is basically what we created. You can customize as much as you want your button, but when it comes to creating your prototype, you would have to animate it. This is off and this is on, off, on. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and follow for more tutorials on Figma.